Hello and welcome back, everyone. Natalie Schlute here. I'm your manifestation coach, Doctor of Divinity, and Spirit Guide channeler. Today's episode is talking about the 5 most common mistakes that I see that are blocking your manifestations from happening. These things are really important because it's very easy to get caught up in the exercises, the manifestation practices, and just writing your affirmations a bunch of times without actually really implementing the change that needs to happen in your life with your thoughts, your emotions, your identity, and your actions to actually manifest and be truly in alignment with what you want. So these are big things. These are the big 5 that I really see happening over and over again. They're very important. I want you to take copious notes on this so that you get the most out of this episode. If you enjoy everything to do with manifestation, up-leveling, and channeling your own intuition and guides, be sure to subscribe, like, and also hit that bell so that you get notified every time I have a new episode. I also have tons of free downloads in my free download library on everything metaphysical and manifestation on my website. So check out the link below, absolutely free, and you get lots of awesome content. We're going to jump right into the top 5. No fluff. We're going to go straight into it. The first thing that I see is you're not actually showing up on an identity level as the version of you that has manifested what you want. And what does that mean, identity level? Your identity is how you see yourself, how you show up. It's your personality, it's your habits, it's your thoughts, it's your emotions, it's your actions, it's the environment that you live in, it's the way you respond to the world. It is everything about who you are, who you think you are, and how you are showing up for your life. And so often what I see is people want to, write down their list, their things of the things that they want to manifest, and they think if I just visualize and if I just write it down a bunch of time and maybe I take a couple actions towards it, I'm going to get there, and I'm going to get there instantaneously, because that's how manifestation works. But in reality, there has to be some deep change, some deep level of change within yourself. And a lot of it has to do with how you see yourself, your self-worth, your confidence. Are you really going all in? Are you 100% doing everything possible to manifest what you want to manifest? Are you showing up every day, being present in the moment and trying to better yourself and be the best version of yourself? Or are you spending your time complaining about the people around you, complaining about your life, wondering where your manifestations are? You're dwelling on the past, you're reliving past traumas or past events or past hurt and pain. You're worried about the future, you're doubting the future, and you're not really happy in the moment because you're not actually being present with your life. You're not actually taking the actions. Maybe you want to build a business and be a millionaire and make $1 million a year or more, or even half of that, or a quarter of that, or a third of that, or even less. You have these goals that you want, but then you may not actually be taking the action and showing up 100%. Are you actually doing everything that you absolutely possibly can to be that version faster? Identity shifts don't happen overnight. They do take time. There is work that needs to be done, but it is totally possible for you to have everything that you want, to be everything that you want to be. But it really starts on that identity level. It starts with how you show up and how you think about yourself. If you want to lose 30 pounds, but you don't see yourself as a healthy person, you look in the mirror and you still see the way you are and you wish you could be lighter, and every day you're wondering what's going to change. And maybe you have done some things. Now you're working out once or twice a week and you're eating a couple good meals here and there, but the majority of the time you're not actually embodying that healthier version of yourself, the version of yourself that goes all in. Maybe the version of yourself is watching YouTube fitness videos every day and working out in your living room. Or maybe you've got the money and you hire a personal trainer and you're going in 5 days a week to actually work out. Maybe you have a nutritionist that you're working with. You're counting calories. You're learning how to eat correctly. You're not just replacing one meal a week or one day a week where you're eating a healthy salad, but it's every day of the week. And you're not giving yourself that many cheat meals because you're trying to reprogram how you're showing up. Every day you wake up, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you're beautiful. You tell yourself you're lighter. You're writing down your affirmations. You're believing it. You're feeling it. And you're really reprogramming to every degree who you are and how you're showing up, until eventually it sticks, until eventually you believe you are that person and that becomes who you are. And it shows on the inside, it shows on the outside, and it becomes a part of your identity. In order to get to that level, it has to be that type of commitment, whether it's weight loss, whether it's health, whether it's healing your body. You have to be the type of person that does the things to completely heal, and you have to go all in order to get that, whether it's manifesting the career, the job, the business, the money, the relationship. You have to go all in if you really want it to happen, and to happen in the biggest, best, beautiful way it possibly can. And always be open to it happening in different ways. Sometimes we get stuck on how it's going to happen, but it really happens from that identity level. So that's the first big mistake that I see from most of my clients and students. The second biggest thing I see is that often there's this pattern, and this is taught kind of across the board in the law of attraction world, of focusing on the positive, and the goal is to be positive all the time. And when we try to do that, often we suppress things. Things come up throughout the week, things come up throughout the month, and instead of addressing it, we try to just happy it away. We try to just think positive and like overlook it and bypass it instead of dealing with what's going on. And so this second thing that I see is there's a lot of suppression. There's a lot of suppression of dealing with our current reality in a mature and evolved way. And so what this looks like is, like I mentioned, there's this idea of moving through it too quickly. Now, some of the tactics that I do teach and are very important is to reframe our thoughts and emotions around whatever situation is coming up for us in order to be more positive. And that is part of the work, because that's part of the new identity. The new version of you does that. But in addition, I also want to make sure that you're honoring your feelings, that you are feeling what you're feeling in your body, and that you're doing something to allow yourself to express that, to move that energy through your body, through good habits, through good skills of working out, to shaking it out if you need to, sitting and meditating with your emotions. To actually allow yourself to be with your emotions and process your emotions is very, very important. I don't want you to skip that step, because if you skip it, then it's going to be somewhere suppressed in your psyche, in your unconscious, in your body, and in your nervous system. And it's going to be a vibration that you're unconsciously holding on to and you don't even know you are. So this is where it's important to still process our emotions while also reframing and maturing and becoming the best version of ourselves that's able to think better and come up with solutions instead of dwelling. So there's that fine line when it comes to dealing with things that come up in our life between, am I dwelling on this problem in my life? Am I being the victim of this, whatever this person said to me, or however I feel about this, or this problem that came up, this thing that I can't afford in my life, my car broke down, or whatever it is? If you're dwelling on it, then you're just playing the victim. If you don't let yourself feel what you're feeling and you just move too fast to like trying to think positive, but not letting yourself feel your feelings and not letting yourself go through the logical and emotional part of moving through it so fast that you kind of skip over all of that, now you might be suppressing. So it's that fine line in between, and there is no perfect rule for this, because every person is different, every emotion is different, every situation is different, and we all process things differently. All I want you to do is make sure you're honoring what's coming up for you. Honor it, feel it, let yourself experience it, and then do the self-parenting, do the self-coaching to work through it so that you end up coming out on the other side having completed all the emotions and also decided on the new way that you're going to show up for these situations in the future, so that you're bettering yourself up, you're bettering yourself for the new identity of the version of you that's to come and is showing up today as well. The third thing that I see is you might be constantly asking, where are my manifestations? Where are they? What am I doing wrong? This is a really big one. And I think it's this misconception that sometimes this manifestation world is like magic, like it's supposed to happen really, really fast, and we're supposed to be able to skip a bunch of steps just because we're in the know when it comes to law of attraction and manifestation. And although things can happen very quickly when we are ready for it and when we're aligned for it, yes, things can happen. Like miracles can happen. You can heal quickly. You can receive $1 million very quickly. You can bump into your soulmate in the next hour. Things can happen very, very fast and very, very quickly when we're manifesting, but only when we're aligned and ready. And whoever you are, we never know where we're at. Often we think we're ready, like mentally and emotionally. Oh, I'm totally ready for the $1 million. I'm totally ready for the soulmate. I'm totally ready for A, B, and C. But in reality, Maybe you think you're ready for that $1,000,000. Maybe you think you're ready for that career, but you haven't learned a lot of lessons. Maybe there are things around your finances, around your self-worth, with getting the job that you want, the career that you want, starting the business that you want. Maybe there are some other things attached to that that need to happen in order for you to actually be in alignment. Consciously, on a conscious level, your thought process, you do believe that you're ready, but on a vibrational level, on an emotional level, on a belief system level and an identity level, you may not actually be ready. And that's why it's taking a little bit longer. So instead of questioning, where is it? Because when you question, where is it? Now suddenly you have all these doubts. You have these doubts about, does manifestation work? Does law of attraction work? What am I doing wrong? Again, we go into the blame and the victim mode. But instead, when you approach it from, okay, my manifestation isn't here yet. What can I do better? How can I show up better? What belief systems do I need to have? What actions should I be taking? And self-reflecting, how have I been showing up? Am I really in my highest and best light? If I want to manifest that soulmate, am I really loving myself? Am I a trustworthy person? Am I a good communicator? Am I the type of person that's ready to receive this amazing spouse, this person that wants to marry me and is going to be my soulmate and my best friend for the rest of my life? Am I ready for that? Am I ready for that on all these different levels? And if you're not asking yourself those questions in order to find the solutions, then you're just focusing on the problem of, it's not here yet. What did I do wrong? What did the world do wrong? What did the universe do wrong? What's my karma? Those kind of questions are going to keep you in that negative loop and kind of keep you depressed and worrying and fearful and doubting. Whereas when you ask yourself the high level questions, how do I need to show up? What can I do better? Who have I been? Who do I need to be? What would the highest, best version of myself do? Those are the questions that are going to help you actually make the shifts on an identity level, on an emotional, mental, and physical level, so that you can take the actions and become the version of you that's actually receiving it. And that's how it comes faster to you. That's how all of your manifestations are going to show up faster for you. The fourth reason is you are beating yourself up for why things haven't manifested. So this is kind of tailing on that last thing that I see. Is it's the beating yourself up part. It's the part about being hard on yourself. It's the perfectionist tendency, the tendency of thinking everything is black or white, right or wrong, yes or no, when it's not, and allowing yourself or disallowing yourself to be in a space of true self-love, self-worth, self-confidence. And that's really where the foundation of manifestation is, right? Anything you want to manifest, I don't care what it is, anything on your list, when it comes down to it, the bottom line is whatever it is you want to manifest, anything on that list, you have to feel worthy of it. You have to feel like you deserve it. You have to feel good enough. You have to love yourself enough to be open to receiving it. That's really, really important. You have to be confident enough to trust that it will come in the right time, that it will come to you, that you will be able to do everything that you need to do to receive it. But if you're not in that beautiful state of loving yourself, if you're not in that beautiful state of feeling worthy, if you're not in that beautiful state of feeling confident and telling the universe and telling God, you know what, I'm just totally believing this. I'm going to have unwavering faith. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to keep moving forward and bettering myself every day. And I know it will come. I know it will come, and I know it will come fast because I am showing up as my best self. When you're in that state, you receive faster because you're open to receiving. When you're in a state of beating yourself up, being hard on yourself, then you're not going to be in a high vibrational frequency. You're not open to receiving. You're going to miss the signs. Things might pass you by. Things might come and go, and you didn't even know it was there, or you received it, but then you pushed it away because you were so hard on yourself. Your energy was actually deflecting it. You were strong enough to bring it in, but then you actually spit it right back out because of your anxiety, your fears, your worry, your panic attacks, and how hard you are on yourself and how hard you are on everyone else in the world. And so being in alignment, a big part of that is that self-worth. It is letting go of the tendencies to beat the crap out of yourself mentally and emotionally, and instead to just fully love yourself unconditionally right here, right now. Love everything about yourself in this moment. Love everything about yourself in the past, all the mistakes you made. Love it, honor it. Allow those mistakes to be wisdom and make better choices in the here and now and in the future. And that is the state of truly receiving what you desire. And last, but definitely not least, number 5 thing that I see is what we want to call reverse manifestation. Some people call it counter manifestations, but it's physically taking actions and doing things that are completely out of alignment with what you want. This is where self-sabotage comes in. And this is part of the whole identity level thing too. And we understand that your personality is a program. It's like a computer program in your brain and in your body, and it's just running on autopilot. This is who I am. This is who I believe I am. These are the actions. These are the habits that I have. So for example, let's take health and fitness, because that's always a really easy one to understand. It's a very literal in and out of the body. Say your identity of who you are now is you eat fast food multiple times a week. You don't like fruits and vegetables. You don't drink enough water, and you don't exercise. So a counter manifestation would be not changing any of those habits, still eating fast food, not eating vegetables, not eating fruit, not working out, not finding something that benefits you, not getting the help, not taking the actions, not doing any kind of habit work, like not joining a gym, or it doesn't even have to be a gym. I mean, nowadays you can do everything on YouTube, right? You can work out in your own home and watch a new YouTube video every single day for the next 500 years, and you'd have enough content there. There's always resources. There's always ways to do things, getting an accountability buddy, making sure that you set out all your workout clothes the night before right next to your bed, so that when you wake up, you just roll out of bed, you put it on, and you make it happen. You move so fast that you don't let yourself not do it. You prepare your food. You food prep twice a week like I do, like my husband and I do. We prep all of our vegetables. We make smoothies every morning, and we do that so that we always have healthy food in the refrigerator. So whenever I need lunch or dinner, I can just go grab it. There's tons of vegetables that are already cooked and prepped. I've got my healthy meats, my potatoes, and all of my things, so that I'm staying healthy and I'm healing my body and I'm creating the body that I want, because those are the habits. If you are in the identity of the person and the version of you that is your healthiest, because that's what you want to manifest, then you have to adopt those habits. You have to actually show up for yourself. You have to put your health first at the top of the list of your priorities. No matter how much work you have on your computer or at home or whatever else, you make sure that you food prep. That is something that I still struggle with. There's a part of my identity. I mean, I've been food prepping for over a decade, so it's not a new thing, but being consistent. Sometimes I get lazy, right? There's the laziness. We've all got the laziness. I struggle with it too. I am not perfect by any means, but I really have to work on, no matter how hard it is, I get myself out of my chair, I stop working, I stop editing videos or blogging or whatever I'm doing, and I get up and I go food prep if I need to, if I have to, because we need to have that healthy food in the house. And if I want to heal my body to the extent that I want to, if I want to feel good and have the most energy that I believe that I can have, I have to do those things. I have to take the actions. I have to make sure that I'm actually showing up for myself and not self-sabotaging by not food prepping, by not doing my workouts, by not scheduling those things in. Because self-sabotage is when, I'm going to get a little bit lazy, so I'm just going to go eat out, or I'm a little tired today, so I'm not going to do any workout. No, do something. Even if you're tired, do a little something, as long as you physically can. This is aside from having injuries and whatnot. But do what you can when you can, and you have to keep pushing your limits of how you're showing up and being the best version of yourself, and aligned with the habits, the thoughts, and the actions of the version of you that has those future manifestations on your dream list. And so these are the top 5. Quick recap. Identity level. Make sure that you are showing up fully as the version of you that has what you want on your manifestation list. This is your thoughts, your emotions. This is your vibrational frequency, the actions, how your environment is, right? What does your home life look like? Who do you surround yourself by? All of those things, the language that you use, the way you talk, all of that is part of your identity, and it needs to be aligned with the version of you that's already manifested what you want. Number 2, are you ignoring things when they show up? Make sure you're not pushing your emotions to the side on a day-to-day basis, that you're actually addressing them and dealing with them, but then also choosing to show up better in that moment and in the future. Number 3, are you over questioning, or you're constantly doubting that your manifestations are happening? Because that's an energy that's going to go against what you want to manifest. And then, are you hard on yourself? Are you beating yourself up? Are you in a state where you're lacking self-love, self-worth, self-confidence? Work on that. Start loving yourself more and more every day, because that's the energy and confidence that you need in order to believe in yourself, that you can manifest what you desire. And then reverse manifestations. Are you self-sabotaging? Where are you in your life doing things, saying things, thinking things, and acting out things that go completely against what you want to manifest? The more self-awareness you have around that, and again, don't beat yourself up over it, just notice it. Remember that it's just a pattern, it's just a program, it's just a habit. No need to hate yourself about self-sabotaging. It's just about being aware and then choosing to show up better, and then being aware and choosing to show up better. And that's the pattern over and over and over again. Self-awareness, show up better. Self-awareness, show it better. Love yourself, have self-awareness, show it better. And if you just keep doing that over and over and over again and bettering yourself, you'll be amazed at how beautiful your life becomes, how your relationships improve, how you feel about yourself improves, how your day-to-day energy improves, how you suddenly start manifesting more money, that soulmate, the house, the job, the career, and all the things that fulfill you, all the fun, all the hobbies, all the vacations, all the lovely things are there for you. But you got to get happy first. Take care of yourself and change your identity. I hope this was really valuable for you. If you love this type of information, if you want some workbooks and some guided meditations, be sure to join my free download library where I have all of my freebies that I've ever created in one space right there for you. I make it very, very easy. You can go to my website under freebies tab. You can just get all of that great stuff for free. It's there for you in order to manifest faster and manifest more. If you loved this content, if you felt like it was super helpful, be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you get notified with all of my future content. Please put all of your comments in the comment section below so that I can connect with you, so that you can ask any questions, I can answer them, or support you on your beautiful list of things that you want to manifest in your life. And I'm just so grateful for you to be here today. I really hope this helped you on your journey, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. And if you absolutely love my content, be sure to binge watch. Go to my YouTube page. Make sure that you are subscribed, and I have lots of playlists so you can just binge watch all kinds of content that allows you to up level and manifest more of what you want in your life, because you deserve it, you are worthy of it, and I'm so excited to help you create more of what you want.